Hello, folks. So we speak about the month of September. If you've been following astrology, you know that eclipse season is on its way. As usual, I've posted on my website, so you can also have a read through there. Yeah, let's get into this. What's happening in September? So the recap, eclipse season is back. So there's an eclipse on September the 18th, and then there's another eclipse on October the 2nd. Eclipses always come in pairs, lunar, solar, within 2 weeks of each other. I've made, as usual, separate videos on the eclipses. So I'm going to post them next week, so you can go through them there. So I'm not going to go into detail about the eclipses here, but I will speak about it somewhat briefly. So this team of eclipses that is coming up is going to help us progress, and it's going to help us move forward in life wherever we felt stuck. You will see some breakthrough, right? Especially the one in October. So not to fear here. What else is going on? We have Mars going through Gemini. It just started last week of August. Venus is in debility with Ketu. Mercury returns to Leo in September. First event of the month is the new moon taking place in Leo in Purva Falguni on September the 2nd. It's aspected by Saturn from Aquarius. And the controlling planet of Purva Falguni is Venus, of course, which is debilitated with Ketu. So you may be feeling some tension regarding money matters at this time. Jupiter is also sitting in Venus' sign in Taurus. A lack can be felt in this area. Vitality can be low for some people, especially if you are a Taurus or Libra rising. So it's a good time to rest, because things are going to pick up speed mid-month. If you have children, relationship with them can feel a bit strained as well at this time. But over here, Sun enjoys this space in Leo, which is its own house. So being on your own, coming up with an answer by yourself is probably the best way to go at this time. So Venus is in debility, as I mentioned, in Virgo. It's getting the aspect of Mars, it's getting the aspect of Jupiter. So see what Virgo is for you. Here you're being pressed to make some decisions. Relationships can feel difficult now. You can also feel a lack of support from others. You could just feel alone. But this will change soon, shortly. Mercury returns to Leo from September 4th till September the 23rd. Here it is being aspected by Saturn, again adding a sober tone to your planning and thinking and organizing, whatever you have been up to. Especially if you work for yourself, you may be in the process of seeing how to reinvent your work life. And this would be a time to do that, actually. Mars began its transit in Gemini on August 26th, as I mentioned, last week of August, and will remain here till October the 20th. And it's not over for Mars in Gemini, because this transit of Mars in Gemini will return briefly in February of 2025. Why? Because Mars is going to go retrograde when it reaches Cancer in December of this year. Mars in Gemini isn't the most comfortable sign for Mars, right? Because it's Mercury's sign. Mercury and Mars don't get along. Mercury can be indecisive, childish, flighty, and Mars can feel irritable in this sign. So watch for gossip, watch for pettiness, actually, in yourself and others. This can manifest now with this energy. You can also feel restless. You can feel like you have too much energy, but you don't know what to do with it. So physical exercise may be the way to go to release some of that pent-up energy. From here, Mars will aspect Virgo and Capricorn, both signs that Jupiter is also aspecting. So this area of your life will receive a lot of attention, whatever the Earth signs are for you. So have a look at that. See where that Earth Trigone falls in your chart. September 16th, we have the Sun's annual transit into Virgo until October the 17th. So Sun is going to be in Virgo for both eclipses. Sun here joins Ketu, it joins Venus, and it sets up the platform for the upcoming eclipses. Yeah. In the beginning of this transit, Sun is also in an exchange with Mercury sitting in Leo. It's an excellent transit to get your life organized. So like if you needed to do some detailed orientated work, this is an excellent transit. So you can move forward with confidence. Mars and Jupiter aspect the Sun, so you will feel energized, you will feel ready for action. Being aspected by its friends is a welcome change also from that sobering aspect of Saturn. In the early morning hours of September 18th, we have a lunar eclipse taking place in Pisces, in Purvabhadra Nakshatra. Venus is just moments away from its move into Libra, but it's very strong because it's in the very last degree of Virgo, and it's Virgotham at this time as well. And this is its position for the eclipse, for the first eclipse. So this can spring upon you some relationship issue. Certainly something that was lingering from the past. I think it's going to be something that's coming from the past rather than your current situation. If your relationship has been on the brinks of breakup, this will bring the final cut, which is kind of a trademark of Ketu. When it's impacting Venus, the final blow, the final cut happens so suddenly, so quickly. And it's hard to go back. It's hard to go back from that. Rather than Saturn, right? Saturn can bring a separation, disappointments, but you may end up reconnecting with Ketu, not usually. So this, I think, though, applies more so for people who, like, there's been something brewing for a while now. Like Jupiter is exactly aspecting this Venus, which can mean some good news in terms of money matters. You can hear something at this time. There is an exact opposition of Mercury and that retrograde Saturn as well, indicating a past issue coming to closure. But I think the results will be pleasing just right after the eclipse. So kind of bear with it, because right after the eclipse, you will feel more in control of the situation, whatever it is. So important to take a step back and remain calm, because Mars is also aspecting Virgo at this time. Yeah. There'll be a tendency to be controlling. You may feel that you have to fight to get what you want. You may be overly critical when in fact you can avoid these things. Yeah. October eclipse will reveal the victory if you step back and remain calm at this time. There can be some tensions now in relationships, and this could arise due to money issues. Just hours later, on the same day, Venus moves into Libra. So if there was some confusion, it will start to clear away now. Right? Venus stays in its Multricone sign of Libra from September 18th till October the 13th. It's a time when you can feel more social, compromising, congenial. It's a time when you will feel like connecting with others. Right? Both Saturn and Venus are in its Multricone, making a trine with each other at this time. So it's a good transit actually for making social and romantic commitments also during this Venus transit in Libra. Venus travels alone now with no aspects from any planets, so leading to sound judgment in relationships as well as money matters. This is why I think it's so important to wait to make decisions until Venus hits Libra. Yeah. It's also a good time at this time to enhance your wardrobe, add luxury items to your home if you wanted to. So if you wanted to go shopping for something, this is a nice time to do that. Early on September 23rd, Mercury moves into its Multricone sign of Virgo as well. This will further enhance good judgment, communication, attention to detail. In fact, you could be getting hunches about people now that turn out to be very accurate, right? So great second half of the month to go out and celebrate life, connect with others where you can. Right after that, eclipse, September 18th, yeah. It's not a month to stay indoors or work alone. Certainly not the second half, yeah. So that's all for now, folks. All the best.